Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Well, I was released from the hospital today. Quite a few diagnoses. Still got some treatment to go through. Problem still is not resolved. But I want to speak to you today, and I want to tell you some things. You've heard me say over and over again that I wanted to be President of the United States, Senator of Minnesota, Governor of Minnesota, Mayor of St. Paul, Mayor of Woodbury. Said a whole bunch of things to you, and they're all true. The things that I said that I wanted to serve in those positions is because I've been blessed. I've been blessed to see the evil of our ways and to see what our problems are, to see what causes them, and to know what the solutions are. And I can't make them happen, but I do know what they are. I know the way of peace, prosperity, and joy. I know the way of, my friends, your dreams coming true without crime and violence and terrorism and war. I know these things. I know the way to happiness and joy. And I've been working on this for 40-some years, and many of you might say, well, if I know it, why hasn't it happened? I believe, ladies and gentlemen, for me, speaking to you like I do, not like others, that it hasn't happened to me because there's something that I haven't told you. I might present myself to you like I'm a perfect man, and I'm not. I want to testify to you. I am a sinner man. I am a guy who wants to serve you, but before I come to you from this point forward, I want to share with you, I'm a sinner. I am a sinner. You know what a sinner is. You've heard people say that we were born sinners, so if we were perfect in our lives, we were still a sinner. And in order for us to get rid of that sin, we have to acknowledge that there's something that's different, and that something that's different is spiritual. And being spiritual means that there is a recognition and an acknowledgement that there is a power that is superior to man. We call that power God. I want to serve you, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm a sinner. I've been in these 40 years seeking these offices. I've separated myself from trying to engage myself in the work world because the work world as it exists today is anti the message that I bring to you. And so rather than try to go out there and put my hand in what I'm trying to destroy, my eyes open, more open than that. So I haven't done that. But that doesn't make me any better than any of you. That doesn't make me better than any of you. Just like I know that none of us are any better than any others. Before I start breaking this thing down a little bit, let me give you some clarity when I call myself a sinner. I'm a man that, regardless of what I have dreamed of, what I have wanted, when things haven't gone right, I find some way to rest myself, to find some comfort. And in my seeking comfort, I found it in smoking marijuana, trying to get a relief from the tensions and the pressures of the world. I do it not because it's necessarily wrong, even though it breaks the law in a lot of instances. I do it because I'm a man, I'm free, I do what I want to do. I don't do those things that cause pain and suffering directly to people because I don't want to do that. But if I want to cause pain and suffering to myself, that's my business and it's not yours. So if you think smoking marijuana is evil or bad, I'm not going to say it's evil and I'm not going to say it's not bad, but I say I do it. I was sitting up once on a computer, and I think it might have been during a time when, I don't know if it was a presidential election or something, but on the computer, there was, you know how the graphics are, they are fantastic. You can do some amazing things. And as I was there watching a program on television, on the computer, I saw something in the background of that computer screen. In the screen, small. And as it was coming forward, it would get bigger and bigger and bigger until I almost got to the front of the screen and blinked out. It was a message. The message was, Jesus is a black man and he smokes weed. I jumped up, not because I thought that was a message for me from Jesus or God. I jumped up because I thought it was a message from the New World Order. Powers that be who have been checking on other folks, knowing what they do, and now they're trying to incite me to believe that I'm Jesus. And that I go out there and champion all of the blind people in such a way that I'm able to move you, to get you to vote for me. And you would do it. I jumped away from that. That didn't sound right. That's one of my problems, ladies and gentlemen, that I have decided to turn loose. Not because I'm scared of you, not because it can kill me, but by my decision. I've smoked for years. It's over now. And I've had another problem that many of us have. I'm not worried about you just yet. Let me talk about me. And that's women. Ever since I was big enough to understand that there was a major difference between male and female, and I've heard the conversation about females and how wonderful that thing is, I've been always crazy about females. I've loved them. Oh, I've loved them. Now, what did I really love about them? Don't let me try to lie to you. It's sex. Sex. Been driving me wild most all my life. Those gorgeous, beautiful girls out there with those beautiful hairdos, beautiful eyes, beautiful lips, beautiful thighs, and beautiful legs, and can talk so sweet. Lord have mercy. Crush us all. Being married didn't stop it. So when we talk about Donald Trump, many of us just like Donald Trump. But ladies and gentlemen, this, I think, what makes me want to just share this to you is because over the past year, watching what's going on in our country, I've watched Republicans and I've watched Democrats. I've watched Democrats do this and I've watched how Republicans respond to them. Pay, a penalty, punishment. And then right around, I've seen the Republicans caught in the same trap that the Democrats were. And the Democrats saying, pay, pay. Same old story. And everybody doing the same darn thing. And so, how can you go anywhere? You're not authentic. You're crooks, with me included. That's why I'm telling you that. We are all crooks. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that the truth of the matter is this, that we cannot resolve any of our problems with punishment. We cannot resolve any of our problems with punishment. Punishment is a sign that something is going wrong and you're trying to stop it, but you don't even know what's causing it. Or you know what's causing it, but you're not really trying to stop it. You're just trying to pretend that you are trying to stop it. And I say that because the seeds are constantly planted. The results grow from the seed. Grow from the seed, not the seed of punishment. Seed of punishment. Grass keep growing because the seed is there. Cutting it down, still growing as long as the seed is there. So as long as that evil is in us, we're going to keep on being evil. And it doesn't matter whether we're mayor, whether we are governor, whether we're a senator, or whether we're president of the United States. As long as that seed is in us, we are no darn good. And if you are people who are caught up in that same old kind of stuff, the only time you can really get caught up and go with somebody is because you find yourself one of them, but not the worst of them. So I come to you, ladies and gentlemen, and tell you that we are all no good. And we can never straighten America up being no good. So what I'm going to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm telling you this because for some strange reason, or some obvious reason, I care. And the reason that I care because there's a spiritual nature with me, and that spiritual nature dictates this. So when I see the world, when I see America, when I see all of you, I recognize that we, as you've heard me say oftentimes, we live in this world, and this world was given to us. We did not make it. And this world has everything that we as human beings would ever need to survive, to live as though we're in heaven. I know that for a fact. That's why I say it to you. And everything outside of what God has given worldly that is required to connect, to go out and extract and take from the seen and the unseen, above the earth, on the earth, and in the earth, is a person that knows the power of truth. That actually says that those things that are common amongst us for survival, and they are common amongst us for survival. What are they? What do you need to survive? What are you looking for to survive? What if they take it from you? And I'm not talking about your oxygen and your water stuff. What if they take it from you and you will still die? Food. Under the right circumstances, without clothing or shelter, you will still die. But if those are met, they get you standing here. But to progress and go forward, you need to be educated. Educated by someone who knows more, or educated by what you have done and learned and share with others. And yet, there are still some dangers. Sometimes you might find yourself sick. You might find yourself diseased. You might find yourself very unhealthy. So you have to make sure, and everybody knows, that every individual human being requires, perhaps, health care. Now, that's a lot of stuff that's required. People say, well, we can't do that. Well, we do that every day. We got people who don't have it, and that's one of the major signs that we are separated from the truth. Now, what do we do in situations like this? Somebody got to rise up. And it's not a Republican, it's not a Democrat, it's not an independent, it's not Donald Trump, and all of those people, and probably not any of you out there who are sitting around accepting what is going on or looking for an excuse to stop it without telling the darn truth. So, how do we meet these great needs? Every last one of us has been given a task. Why? Because we got to survive. And how do we survive? By engaging. Engaging what? Working. Every last one of us on earth got a responsibility to work. I call it a career of our choosing, because we don't have to just do any work. On the right path, we can choose what we want to do. When we are on the wrong path, we do what others want us to do or will allow us to do. But on the right path, you have been given a gift, and that is your direct responsibility in this process to engage yourself. And directly engage yourself in what you do, in what you love to do. And outside of that, each of you doing that, there are food, clothing, shelter, houses, airplane, transportation, everything that exists on earth, basically, is there, done specifically, directly by somebody. And by so doing, everybody is indirectly entitled to all that exists. Somebody said, well, hey, that's what we do now. We got a smarter way. You got a job. You don't work for one job and you go drive the plane. You get your money. You go buy your food. You go buy your clothing. You buy your health care. And so on and so forth. And when you do that, somebody said, that's the same thing. But here's the result of that. There are people out there who can't do that. There are people out there who can't do any of that. There are people who are out there starving and dying and doing all kinds of things. And there are people in the church talking about God, and at the same time out there having all kinds of illicit bull. Make my sex hunger looks like chump change. And I say that because it seems like there's something about the sex thing. It's great for men and women together, or it's great for men together or women together. Now, that's probably one of the biggest sins I've ever seen. And why am I saying that when everybody loves sex? It just seems like a tool to distract you in any minute. In any minute. And I'm talking, I know some of you are thinking, well, he's just talking because he's old. When you get old, you don't want to be doing that stuff. Don't believe that. You wait till you get old. And I guarantee you, if something doesn't happen in your life, you're going to still want to do that. Even when you can't do it, you're going to still want to do it. But that's not my purpose here today. My purpose here today is to tell you that I am a counterfeit. I am a crook. I'm owning that I am a crook. I'm owning that I'm no good. And I'm also owning that I care about you. Because everything that are essential for your survival, I want you to have it. I want your dreams to come true. I want you to have peace and joy and happiness in your life. That's why I'm telling you the truth, because I know in the road that you're on, you're not going to get it. And everybody out here speaking, talking to you, have no idea of what I'm talking to you about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is up to you. It's really up to you. I don't care how wonderful my testimony might tell. I don't care how wonderful I might be blessed like Jesus, for real. And if you don't believe in Jesus, if you believe in the story, or if the story makes sense, I might be blessed like that. But if you decide to stay on the path you're on, that's the path you're going to stay on. I sat here and I watch Republicans and Democrats. I watch haters. I watch bigotry. I watch racism. I watch all this stuff. I'm seeing it all around me, everywhere. Everywhere. And the world is going crazy, and somebody think they got an answer. Women right now have recognized that they're going to stand up and tell the world, we're not going to take it anymore from you men. But I want to tell you women, that isn't just saying you're not going to take it is no solution. You're still in hell. You just seem like you want more power in hell. Now, that doesn't make you any worse than you already have been. I just want you to know you're still in the same boat. So how do you acquire this peace and prosperity and joy that I'm speaking to you about? It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, you got to have a change in your mind. You got to have a renewed mind. You got to recognize that you are important only as much as you have something to offer somebody else. Only as much as you have something to offer to somebody else. That means basically to do unto others as you have others to do unto you. To respect them. To want for them. Don't cause them pain. Don't cause them suffering. And when you see anything that's established that's going to cause them to lose any of that which is essential for their survival, it's not going to fly, because there's no way you're going to take it. Now, let me tell you something else, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to mess your head up. If a preacher, you know what preachers are telling you that everything is cool and how this is going to be, I want to tell you this. They're doing that because they do not know the plan. There is no person out here working in this world, partaking in what this world is doing, can tell you anything about God that's going to go anywhere. Because they're not working for God. They're working for the anti-God. Lay people, the average Joe Blow, and your religious people, all your holy rollers, whatever you call them, they're all in the same old boat. They're not just in that boat because they've been thrown in there. They're in that boat because they stepped in and haven't gotten out. They haven't listened to anybody. They haven't listened to anybody. They haven't listened to anybody. So, I know some of you probably think that Eve, the story of Eve, was about reproducing. And some say it was just about making sure you always had a problem. Doesn't make any difference. It is what it is. Children are produced. The world, people continue to come and go. Sinners continue to engage themselves in the same old thing they've always engaged themselves in. So, if you want the things that I'm speaking to you about, having changed your mind, you have to respect people. And as you engage yourself in that one gift that you have, I heard of my sister told me, as I was talking to her about this, she says, well, Porter, it's okay for you to go out there and try to talk about God, but you got to provide for your family. You got to be able to do this for your family. Well, see, what I just described to you was the beginning. But someone came along and began the confusion by saying some people were more important than others, some people were more special than others, some people deserved more than others. So they created all the racism, they created all the bigotry, they created all the hate, they created the separation between people, whether it was political or not, Republican, Democrat, Independent, so on and so forth, United States, China, Russia, all of these things, all is a part of that sin state. All of it is a part of the confusion. All of it is a part of the great big lie that we as human beings in this world live. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I have asked you to make me the replacement in the United States Senate for Al Franken. But I'm not going to go there anywhere and start going and trying to play the games of this world. I'm going in there to try to change this world by waking people up and to let them know that if the changes that you hope would come by, they're not just going to come because you hope it. They're going to come because you change. And they're going to come from a change that says, I'm going to do different, I'm going to be different. And when you can say that and mean that, then it will be ready for you. But that doesn't mean that the world going to change. That doesn't mean the world going to change at all. But it does mean this. If you are real, if you're true, nothing will shake you. No drugs won't shake you. Beautiful, gorgeous women with all them beautiful lips and big thighs and legs won't change you. You will stick to the truth. You will live your life according to what life is all about. And when the world hates you, because if the world is not changing, if the world is not coming your way, the world is going to hate you with a magnitude you have never used. And what will that hate end up doing? It'll challenge you to the point you'll have to do one or two things. You'll say, well, one job is not enough to pay the bills, so I need two jobs. Two jobs not enough to pay the bills, so I need three jobs. Trying to stay on that same path rather than go the other way. But the Spirit tells you, before you do that, if you're on the right path, baby, smile if you can. But if you can't smile, then cry. But walk straight on to that cross. For I am the way. And if any man is supposed to get there, you got to follow me. That's what I heard somebody say. Is that true? I don't know if it's true. I'm not following that way because that's what I heard. I'm following that. I am beginning to follow that way because I've seen in you all the hell I want to see. I don't want to see anymore. So I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. If you consider me, I won't be on the ballot. You'll have to write my name. And understand, ladies and gentlemen, if you still thinking about the Republican view, the Democratic view, if you still got that same old mindset that you have always had, don't you write my name on a ballot, or you one of the biggest problems that you could ever have. Don't do that. Go and do what you've been doing all the time. That's where you are. That's where you stay until your mind is changed. Bye-bye.